Yo, 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 what's good, people? Live, yeah?
Yep.
GM, it's your boy Ninja T. Shum, shum, shum.
Shong, shong, shong. Welcome to the Crypto Weekly Sunday Seminar.
Mycelink Sundays, baby.
You're just need to set this to public on YouTube.
Oh, that sun shines beautiful.
Summer's coming, baby. Let's go.
Crypto Weekly Sunday Seminar. Now we got 2 monitors, and if you want, you can watch Ninja at the same time as you can watch me.
Guys, we're putting out these updates and that. Okay.
Yep. Oh, I thought that was my screen. Yeah, so we can trade together. You can see our trades. So this is why we recommend you guys come to the Twitch stream more often. We Twitch all the time. So there's no one here though. We need people here.
Yeah, just give it a few minutes. You need to tag him. You need to tag him in the chat.
Yo, I did my content, man. I can't lie. I did my thing. I tried my best.
Tag them all in the chat, bro, in the Discord. Just give him a ping.
I'm currently. I can't touch his Discord because I'm streaming the screen. So
It's best if Mycelink does it because it's the official.
In it exactly.
Alright, let me do that right now.
We need a playlist that isn't copyrighted so that we can play our own music. Like so we can play like background music. The crypto boss is here.
Wow, go on, crypto boss. OG. It's the OG.
What's good?
You took your first trade. It was a good one. Righty. Okay, so yeah, let's get started, man. Let's get started. What's good, people? It's currently 16 minutes past 5 p.m. UK time. Sunday, the 5th of April 2026. Happy Q6. This is Mycelink Sundays, a free weekly webinar every single Friday, 5 p.m. plus UK time. Check your time zones. We may change the time in the future, as it seems that people may prefer. I'd be down to change this to like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. You know what I mean? We'll let them vote. But yeah, welcome to episode 26. It's your boy Ninja T, aka Fadlan. First of all, we'd like to iterate that nothing in this video is financial advice. We do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. If you're looking for anything in terms of financial advice, hit us up and we'll put you in connection with. Yeah, let's get started. We talk about meme coins, futures, stocks, and we have AMAs. Everybody's welcome. Just join the link in the Mycelink IG bio. Do you mind if I screen share, Cryzo?
You're screen sharing right now, I think. Oh wait, this Mathaius screen.
Let me stop sharing. It's like.
Yeah, we're
sharing. Okay, so can you?
Yeah, we can see screen.
Okay, you guys can see the Mycelink. All right, sweet. So yeah, in the Mycelink, so Instagram.com/Mycelink, you will find the link which I create every single week to make it easy for you guys, which is not just the latest episode, but it is actually a playlist of all the episodes comprehensively ever. What a treat, right? So, if you missed out, you can catch up. We got a Twitch now, and Cryzo likes to go in his own world and Twitch stream and play games and trade. So, catch Cryzo.
Yep.
And Mathaius holding the fort on the Twitch. Obviously, we're going to refer a link for BitUnix. enquiry form and the link to the Discord, which is how you get inside this free weekly webinar. And yeah, you'll find a lot of the ecosystem there. By the way, we just dropped Mycelink vlogs 1, so I need you guys to just comment 3 mushrooms on this post. Okay, so you guys want me to start it off, or is anyone dying to start it off?
Go ahead. I'll prep some stuff for the bit right after you.
Damn, we got 48 members in the guys. We got 48 members in the Mycelink Discord. That's an achievement, man.
Yeah.
We're growing.
We're growing, man. We're growing. Just to show you guys. You guys can see my screen, right? With cash out futures. Damn, he caught at 971%. When did you call this? Watching Aria Long. This was literally at 4:51. Let's review this right now. I have never seen or heard about this asset in my damn life. Right, live, okay. So he's watching it at 4:51. $4:51. This is when he said he was watching. He's literally sniped the bottom, well, almost the bottom, right? And then watching Ari Long, so blah blah blah. This is why I love shooters. Okay, so he's watching, but he's basically entered. Damn. 504960. All the way to 60. Literally from here to here. Cleared. Cleared. Oof, damn, 23%. But with 50x. That's wild. Okay, yeah, let me get started. Alright, so let's go back to basics a little bit. The hell? Okay. Let's take it back to basics. I want you guys to always think about the following parts of your portfolio. The one that's most boring, but basically works, is your LTI. And sorry, it's lit, but it's not LIT, it's LTI. Long-term investing portfolio. So this is where you're holding things for a year plus, right? Obviously, number one asset in this portfolio is Bitcoin. Second to that is Ethereum. And there's also really good tech stocks that you can bet on, such as MicroStrategy and Coinbase. So let me just go to Ninja's master list. I should have MSTR on here. Yeah. Alright, so if you believe in Bitcoin, you could argue that MicroStrategy is like a leveraged BTC. I'm going to compare MSTR. I feel like there's a huge imbalance. If you guys don't, let me put the homies on the spot. Do you guys know how much Bitcoin MicroStrategy owns? Do you guys have any idea?
It's
Put you guys on the spot.
I know it's in the thousands.
They own like 3% of the supply. Let's just check. Just ask Grok real quick. I honestly think this is like you know people who called Nvidia early. I'm calling MSTR early. Am I correct in saying that MicroStrategy have around or over 630,000 BTC, i.e. 3% of the supply? On my own. Give me the exact numbers, including extra data, such as backdates and CoinStat so I can see when and where and MicroStrategy bought more. Okay, boom. That's how you prompt intelligently. Okay, then you got your midterm investing portfolio. This is actually my favorite portfolio because you get almost the safety of a long-term portfolio whilst also exposing yourself to more profit upside, which you can then recycle to down here, right? Then you've got your short-term investing portfolio under 3 months. I don't think it's the market for this because predicting macro right now is very difficult. So I've actually liquidated most of my short-term investing portfolio to up here and down here. Swing trades, which can be anything from 1 day to weeks to even months. Sometimes swing trades and short-term investing can get mixed up. But typically short-term have basically on spot, and these swing trades I'll have on low leverage, right? Whilst we do that, let me just. In fact, I'm gonna zoom out on like the 3-day. Right, so BTC peaked. Let me just line this up. Okay, 7th, 9th, whatever. That's basically the same thing, right? And then looks like the 23rd of January. Yeah. Look, Bitcoin right now from all-time high is like what? Nearly 2x. But MicroStrategy to all-time high is like 4x or 3.7x. And I think that this area here looks very similar to this area here. It's very similar. It's very similar. It's very similar. Not exactly, but it's very similar, right? So if you down Bitcoin, like down MicroStrategy, no, you're a bit off. MicroStrategy currently holds significantly more than 608,000. As of the latest reported data, they own exactly 762,000. That's 3.63% of Bitcoin's total supply. Yeah, sorry, I don't know whose microphone is like swashing around. Cryzo, is it you?
It must be, bro, but I don't know why. What are you hearing?
I'm hearing like. Wait, try me your microphone, please.
Yeah, well, but I just need to check. Right, okay, no worries, bro.
Oh god, yes, that's amazing. Alright, cool. So then you got your day trading port, scalp trading port, meme port. NFT port, NFT is dead. I want to have a quick look at OpenSea. I've not looked at the NFT market in so long. I basically want to know how much low budgets are. Come on, Matrix. Well, it literally says 0.7, but I wanna show you guys a very, very interesting chart. If I go to the floor all time. Look how the floor used to be 3.5 Ethereum. And that was in December 2024. Right, look how the NFTs declined. But look, let's look at the Penguin chart. Penguin. Where's my Penguin? Look. When Penguin, obviously Penguin was launched in December 2024. I remember this launch. Basically, NFT holders, including but not limited to me allegedly, got thousands of dollars, even tens of thousands of dollars. a Pengu valued in USD during this high. And this was the same high as this NFT. You got a dead cat bounce. Didn't get a dead cat bounce here. Pengu recovered back to all-time high. Obviously, the NFT market did not recover back to all-time high. But if we look at, let's say, like the past 30 days, or like the past 7 days, this spike is not to be ignored. Could be nothing. It could be nothing, but I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention, right? Ooh, it's exciting. It's exciting. Okay, so, ooh, my bad. Not financial advice, but if I had a few ETH on the side, I would consider getting a low budget at today's price. Then you've got your meme port and NFT port. So, a case study, and I think I'm going to be correct on this, right? I think that at some point in this cycle, the smoking wizard, and I don't know when, right? I don't know exactly when. Like it could be like a end of year thing, because I'm not saying the smoking wizard's gonna turn around anytime soon, but I think the smoking wizard will reach. Okay, let me just take it on. It's like 1.2 million at some point this cycle, because as somebody who's seen thousands of meme coins and I see thousands of narratives, even though this chart looks absolutely disgusting, this is a case study to be studied, because actually Mathaius, you knew this guy before Cryzo, so could you give them a quick explanation of who this guy is, and then I'll explain how it turned into a meme coin and why I'm still DCAing into this even though I'm down 50%.
So basically,
yeah, sorry, go on.
So basically, Mimo is a producer. And has his own genre called like Wizard Flow. And what he does, he experiments with sounds and experimental sounds and makes music. It has no lyrics or anything. It's kind of like instrumentals. It's based on a unique sound, but he has memes where it's wizards like traveling through AI wizards. It's all AI generated, traveling through like hills and valleys and mountains, and it has the wizard music in the background. And it was a huge meme at some point, like even last year, just recently, where this guy was blowing up, and you have wizards just traveling on their adventures with wizard music in the background. And it was quite big. So I found out this is a video. If you play this video,
Can you guys hear the music?
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's basically him. As you can tell, the music is experimental. It doesn't have any lyrics or anything. But this guy was quite big. Like his videos used to get millions of views on shares and on other platforms. And I recently someone's created a community token based on his narrative, and actually pushing his music out to more people.
Yeah, that's basically it. And there's not many narratives that can last. But the fact that this guy's had hundreds of millions of views in the past 4 years without being into crypto and not launching this himself, I don't see why this wouldn't. Even if it's going to crash to here, like it might get as bad as 18,000. I can't lie. Like this is like I don't think it's going to go lower than 18,000. But even if it does get to this zone, I'm just going to keep TCAing in, because I've seen things turn around like this, and unless something goes wrong with the actual project, because it seems like everything's legit. This is Ninja's meme long-term DCA, but it might come with pain, so don't expect things to turn around straight away. You know what? Since we're on meme coins, let's have a look at the trenches. Let's have a quick look at the trenches. I cannot ignore that I kept getting pings on this one. It's like Ya Allah or something. Can't ignore it though. No way. This is wild. Oh no, it's dead. It's dead. No, allow it. It's kind of crazy though.
Do you know this is from the Trump tweet they just released? Because he says praise be to Allah in it. That's why.
Right. Okay.
That's why they call
No,
it.
I'm not caught up. I'm interested in taking a bid with Maxim. Can't lie. I'd like to try to snap the bottom of this, and the bottom might be right now with 2 million market cap. This is really easy to understand. It's just the whole Maxim meme, but they've been going for a long time, bro. Like, look at this consolidation. Yeah, and then those who DCA'd, look how they were rewarded. Like, I feel like the Smoking Wizard might be here. See, the Smoking Wizard's literally right now, this price. It's sitting at that 100k range. Look, this is the sub 100k range. Then here's the 350k range, and then here is near the million. This is the 1M. And then look how it breaks out the fucking range. Mind my language, bro. Come on, man. That's life-changing money. That Smoking Wizard, if it all works out, is here right now. I like Pippin a lot because this is just constantly crimed by Chinese cabal. Amazing pair to futures trade. Amazing pair to futures trade. Would be tempting to bet a little bit on spot, I can't lie. You know what I mean? Very dangerous assets along the leverage though. But good lord. Good lord. Yeah, study Pippin. I won't go over it in this webinar, but this is definitely the definition of market manipulation. Look at this. Guys, you ever seen a chart like this before? I ain't never seen anything like this before, bro. Nothing quite like this before. Feel free to speak. That was the actual question. Have you guys ever seen a chart like this before?
No, bro, it looks like it's been put in its bottom, and Pippin is quite a popping coin as well, to be fair. I mean, it could accumulate for a short while after that huge break of structure to the buy side. But
this reminds me of
it could face.
This reminds me of MYX. It ran to like $18, bro. That's like a massive run. And then like
And what? MYX.
Yeah. Like and what's crazy about it is I was in a group, right? And they were like saying, "Oh, there's one more wave. So be ready for this last wave." Like they had insider, bro, and I just don't MYX mix.
Well, this one on BNB or the Solana one.
It's a Solana one, my social.
Yeah, probably the Solana one.
5.85 billion. What's the one beneath it? Market cap?
Well, this is 24 volumes, $3. What the heck?
Nah, that's not it, bro.
It's got to be the BNB one.
Yeah. I think it's the BNB one.
Oh my gosh. What on earth? I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Literally, bro. I watched this.
I've seen it. I've seen it, bro. Yeah, that's terrible.
I think we should go with some news soon.
I mean, you take over for the news, broski. Give it to Cryzo.
Hey
What's
guys.
the news bag?
Right. Excuse me, I'm having crisp. Right, okay, I'm sharing my screen now. So yeah, right, we've been in this place for so long at BTC and ETH, and it's been pretty even both ways, right? Around the 2-4 rate range. And this war news. We also had some news in America about what's it called, jobs and unemployment rates, and apparently there's been over 100,000 jobs added to the US whatever they call it. But yeah, other than that, right? However, there's some like I was watching this video and someone was saying that they hid 100,000 prior. Like, so the news is kind of balanced, right? So there's been bad and good news, right, on both sides, and really like playing arguments and not really you don't really know what to trade right now. But Trump's come out and said we've had talks. Then he came out and said, or then Iran came out and said no, we haven't. And then a couple of weeks ago, if you're looking at my screen, actually 6 minutes ago, Iranian MP just said that your reckless moves are dragging the United States into living hell for every single family, and our whole region is going to burn because you insist on following Netanyahu's commands. So yeah, a lot of people are against Trump with this Iran thing because really, honestly, just causing problems for everyone. Like, you know, the countries are they're serious, man. They're not chilling about it. Yeah. So Trump tells Tehran to open the strait or you'll be living in hell, right? I think this was on that other social media app, something social or whatever it's called, True Social. But yeah, he tweeted this Tuesday, which destroys Iran supposedly, right? If you want to know,
most glorious miracle of all time, the resurrection of Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. In his life, Christ displayed true in his true love, and in his resurrection from the tomb, he proved that even death itself will not silence those who place their trust in Almighty God. As it says in Gospel of John, for God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, for whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. Eternal life. Christians all over the globe will be reminded that because of what Jesus did on the cross, all of us in God's promise, knowing that in the end, evil and wickedness will not prevail. In the spirit of joy and renewal this Easter, we also celebrate the extraordinary resurrection of faith and religion in America. As I have often said, to be a great nation, you must have religion and you must have God.
Right. I'm sorry about that, guys. That was more yap than info, but what you can say from that is when he said evil won't prevail. Yeah, he's talking about the war. You know, it says it on there. But that's what everyone's thinking. Matthias, you said there was a message coming from what someone called it, Iran.
Yeah, so the message from Iran was they are planning a historic attack that will be remembered for decades. In response to the fact that their biggest bridge in Iran was just bombed, killing 13 people and injuring 90. Amongst their celebrations, I can't remember what kind of national historic celebration they are celebrating at the moment. I know that in response to that bridge getting bombed, the biggest bridge in Iran, which is huge, they have responded saying that they are going to plan a historical attack that will take place tonight.
Where'd you see this?
I'll just put it up for you and I'll send it over.
Is it on Twitter?
It was on the news outlet.
I should work.
Let me, if I can find this for you, give me 1 sec.
Okay, so yeah, Trump did strike a bridge, a fucking massive bridge, if anything. So that's pretty bad.
Yeah, the biggest bridge in Iran. And the response to that was, if I can just find this.
If there was a response, I'll be real, it probably got wiped by now. 3 hours ago. Trump 79 drops the F-bomb. But yeah. So guys, right, Matthias, could you mute yourself? Right, so how does this affect the markets, okay? In less than 24 hours, right, Mathaius CBM said it. Right, I'm quoting Matthew, right, who also says it's not financial advice, yeah? Ignore Deji on the screen, bro.
Just a few minutes ago, President Trump threatened to blow up everything and...
Yeah. So, the video's called We Have Less Than 24 Hours. And usually this guy, he doesn't really clickbait, you know what I mean? So, we did get an initial pump as soon as this news came out. The time makes to me like this isn't a big pump, you know what I mean? You know, it could very much be insider. Yeah, actually no. Bitcoin received a very formidable pump, right, from 669 all the way to 67.8, like a $900 move, which is, you know, pretty big. That's 100% and 100x over. Just saying, it's like 130%. But right now we're in a very key range. We've not been able to really break out this zone for a while now, right? What was it? Was it this zone here? Wait, let me look at ETH. I've been trading Ether. I haven't really been trading BTC, so yeah, this zone here, right? You see, we just broke out of this key zone, right? Let me draw a box for you guys so you guys know what I'm talking about. The lag is insane, man. This zone.
I mean, you sound good, 2D.
It's not like my voice, bro. It's like just the website, the trading view. Yeah, I'll turn off this you see this key zone here, right? Which we started forming, we started bouncing up and down from, after we got the initial pump from this massive dip to 2022, which I think it was war related. I don't know, but by the way, I also want to say we did call it from the very top here. Right? I was trading 165, and me and Ninja were trading it actually. But unfortunately, we missed the entire move, right? We caught it maybe 2 or 3 times separately, which was, arguably safer, but disappointing, man. It's like 500%. But yeah, we broke out this influential zone. So what this means right now is that it's created a bit more on the trend. If we zone out the hourly, you'll be able to see, right? Yeah, you see this here. It would probably be a bit more clear on Bitcoin, I think. There it is. That's it. You guys can see exactly what I mean. It looks like we're losing power, man. So much power is being lost, and it's actually so scary how we're touching these trend lines so strongly. Like, look here, I'm not surprised if we bounce right back from down here. And what we literally did, yeah, we had a massive wick at the bottom, and then we sharply dropped when it hit that trend line. So yeah, my stance is bearish, right? Because I follow Mathaius CBM, right? And he did call it last time. He was right, and I agree with him. I think we're struggling here for so long to even say that we're bearish is such a lie. I mean bullish. I mean sorry. To say that we're bullish, it's like we've been here for what, like months and months and months now. Since 125k, it's been in the downtrend since then, right? So you can't really say we're long, right? You gotta stick to bullish. So personally, I'm gonna start taking buying aggressively around 60k to 59k. We might even drop low to 49k. But that is where we're gonna be accumulating a lot. Buying as much as we can. My micro strategy is honestly a really sick shill. And personally, I'm really interested in micro strategy, so I'm definitely gonna be buying into micro strategy as well as Pengu. Call of the meme coin of the century, man. It's an insane coin. Like that, the team is so much better than any other team. I think Pengu promo is so much better than Doge promo. Like I feel like Doge don't do shit, man. Like that ass. So exactly, man. Like I saw Pengu was on, but like whilst we were dumping, by the way, Pengu was on this massive globe in whatever city it was. They're doing constant like meets festivals, or not festivals, events or whatever the hell, all the time, all the time. So and the fan base, like the Pengu fan base, is extremely strong. So, yeah. So Ninja said it. I'm not gonna shill it again because it's still a shill regardless. But personally, right, if we reject from this zone here, if we clear this key support zone, right, because if you look, I'm gonna draw a line for you. Extended line. That didn't do anything. Horizontal line. That's it. If we draw you guys a horizontal line from here, you'll be able to see. Right, we touched it one. It touched it here again twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times pretty much. So, it's a strong key value. So if you're thinking at long game, definitely long from these points here. I was trading ETH, and I was pretty much what I was doing was I was trying to enter any key point that would be within this point here. You can also count this here, but honestly, it's price action on ETH is a lot harder to comprehend, right? Because it is showing as bullish in terms of longer term signs. And who knows, Bitcoin, ETH might what's it called, outperform Bitcoin, but either way, Bitcoin dominance is a thing, and if Bitcoin pumps, ETH's gonna pump. So yeah, let's look at the not Coin Glass Premium. Yeah, I've been watching too much Matthew. The liquidation map. So yeah, like I said before, it's pretty even, right? Although we've got some long liquidation leverage, right? So we're more likely to go down. Yeah, longs are more likely to get liquidated. There's more longs in the market than shorts right now. That it also shows a bit about the bias, and the beneficial move for the market makers. We've also got a lot of cumulative liquidation leverage on the 7 day, which is a good sign. The sign these two charts, the 7 day and the 1 day, are matching right now. So if you want to trade short, it's not a bad idea. I also think it's probably time soon for a swing short. There's no chance. I think there's no chance we're going long from here. You can catch like a small pump on scout on swing, but nothing over. Damn, nothing over a couple days, right? So be careful with what you're long in. I'd probably be aiming more for a short. If you look at this, right, plan this in the direction. I'll try to find you guys a good entry in terms of indicators. We'll pull up the high and actually RSI. Just based on this one, right? Because it helps us predict what's gonna happen, right? So you got 4 hours here, right? This here is a funnel on the RSI, right? You see here, if you look at it, the strength of each move is decreasing. Well, sort of. We're getting into a point where we don't really know what to do, or we're most likely gonna go up because it touched the bottom and it needs to touch the top before it can come down. What I realize most of the time is most times, right, the RSI. Let me shrink it so it doesn't look fucking strange. Mind my language. I'm one of the edgy ones. Right, yeah, it hits the top and then it hits the bottom. Okay.
Man said edgy ones.
Nah,
Only Cryzo. I know you like.
Bro, let me live, man. Let me live, man. I'm tired, man. Right, from the top to the bottom, yeah, it touches the black and it touches the black at the bottom. Do you know what I mean? That's most case scenario. Usually, right, it might pump up, not touch the top, and then come down. That means we're bearish as hell, right? That's usually because of a longer time frame move or a shorter time frame move, which has been, overdone, strangled out. It's at the end of the move. It can't push anymore, right? As well as liquidity. But in terms of the future, right, big chance we might go up a bit more. We've just hit the trend line again. So personally, I'm looking for more of a short, right? Go down the time frames. Yeah, that's long. I'll be real, it is long. Actually, no, since we touched the black, it's more likely to touch the black at the bottom. So very very possible to get a continuation from that. But I wouldn't bet on it. It's an awkward move. 15-minute is clear for the go. There is also a chance we might get a retest of this position. If we get a retest of this position on the 15-minute, rather than having a straight continuation down, which kind of looks like it's possible, but if we go back up from here, have a bounce, touch this point, maybe even this point, right, and then come back down, that is a W pattern or an M pattern. You can use these for reversals, right? I can draw them out for you. Parallel flat disjoint channel. For God's sake, man. Oh, there we go. There you go. I'll use this. Right. So you see, it went like this, right? It goes down, Now, the most it can do before this move becomes invalid is touch the exact same point. If it goes over, that's bullshit, right? Don't trust it. Sometimes it'll do it as a fake out, right? And then it'll slam back down. But those times are honestly peak, and it's not like you can predict it. If you really wanted to move your stop loss to a bit higher, just in case it does, or consider that there is liquidity there which the market might want to snag before it does come down, right? If it does do this and it goes up below it, I mean above it, look for another indicator to get an entry. This is invalid basically. So what you're looking for is it for either to touch the exact same point or below, right, or anywhere lower, right. So if it forms here, right, that's great, because it's a low high, right, and then you want it to come back down. But we would have entered here, right. Now the way you would have been able to tell this is this indicator that Mathaius made, right, our dev, just saying. It bases it on the RSI, right. So you see here, it's giving us, it's in a downtrend right now, right. If it starts to get an uptrend, it will give us a green triangle like that, and then you'll see another downtrend marker, hopefully somewhere below this last point, right. That is a great entry, perfect peak, beautiful entry, right. If it did go up higher, right, you're more expected to find a continuation move rather than a reversal pattern move. You know what I mean? Because it's you're looking for a higher low, higher high, right? Because it's so pushed into the top, and it's very extremely expensive. So the push down is gonna be a lot faster, right? So that's how I'd be trading the market. I'd be looking for key points around these points here, like this, right? I'm looking for the certain patterns that I want, right? Other than that, if it doesn't look like that, I'm not gonna regret it, because I'm not gambling. Okay, I'm trying my best to be profitable and be risk free. So yeah, definitely be careful with your trades. Do not long anything, in my opinion. Keep short. If the war does end, right, and Trump's like, okay, no more war, guys, we're best buds and all that sort of stuff, great, big chance that we could even start moving upwards, right. But up until now, Trump's already hit the place. I don't think it's gonna go back. You know what I mean? And Trump clearly wants a lot more than they want to give. So personally, I think it's a bit peak for us in terms of the war on the markets. Yeah. So load up your future shorts, and that's how you're gonna make money. And wait till it gets lower, and then start buying aggressively. Because I'm telling you, we're about to rip sometime this year, but it's definitely not now. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. I think Mathaius wants to give a dev section. If you want to learn some tips and tricks on how to make some code and how to apply it to your crypto, I think Mathaius' section is definitely an interesting one. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much. Anyone there? Mathaius?
Yeah, thank you, Cryzo. Brilliant to hear as usual, man. I mean, the market's definitely looking bearish. The sentiment is definitely looking for sell side dominance. We are getting such sort of short bounces and short reliefs, but market sentiment is definitely pointing towards sell side. So, hello everyone, thank you for being here today. Before we get into today's topic, I want to quickly talk about what's happening in tech right now, because things are moving super fast. So over the past few days, Google released a new AI model called Gemma 4, which is designed to run on everything from data centers to smartphones. And what's interesting is this isn't just a chatbot, it can do multi-step reasoning, it can act like an agent, and developers can even run it locally on their own devices. At the same time, models like Gemini 3.1 are becoming much more better and actually thinking through problems, especially in coding and engineering. And across the industry, we're seeing a shift. AI is moving from being a tool to something that can actually take actions, make decisions, and assist at a much deeper level of skill. Even companies like Meta are struggling to keep up with how fast things are moving in space. I know they've just closed their Metaverse project, which is quite a shame because I thought that was going to be quite a big thing. So what this means is simple. The role of a developer is changing super fast, and that raises an important question. In a world where AI is getting smarter every month, what actually separates developers who stay relevant from those who fall behind. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So the biggest difference today is no longer just technical skill, because tools are getting better, AI is getting stronger, and access to knowledge is everywhere. So the real difference now is how developers think. The first thing top developers do is they focus on clarity before action. With all these powerful tools available, it's tempting to just jump straight into the building, but top developers slow down first. They ask, what problem am I actually solving? What does success look like? And what is the simplest working version of this? Because even with AI, if you solve the wrong problem, you still lose. The second thing is they use AI as leverage and not a crutch. AI can now write code, it can debug issues, it can suggest solutions, but top developers don't just copy outputs, they guide it, they refine it, they understand what's happening underneath, because the advantage is not AI using AI blindly, it's using it intelligently. The third thing is they break problems down. Even with powerful models, complex systems don't just build themselves. Top developers take a big idea and reduce them into small, solvable steps. One function, one feature, one working piece at a time. That's how real systems get built. The fourth thing is they prioritize speed of execution. Right now, speed matters more than ever because ideas are easy, tools are available, and competition is global. So the developers who win are the ones who go from idea to working products to feedback as soon as possible. The fifth thing is they focus on real-world impact. Not just does this code work, but does this code actually solve something useful? Because in today's world, users don't care how complex your stack is. They care about results, simplicity, and speed. And finally, top developers adapt faster than others. New models will keep coming, new tools will keep dropping, and the people who succeed are the ones who resist change. Not the ones who resist change, they're the ones who learn, use it, and move forward with it. So if we were to bring this all together, the modern developer is no longer just a coder, they are a problem solver, a system builder, and someone who knows how to use powerful tools effectively. And this is where things get super interesting, because for the first time, one developer with the right mindset and the right tools, even with the code stack, can develop things that used to require entire teams. So to close, I'll say this: AI is not replacing developers, but it is changing what it means to be one. And the people who succeed will not be the ones who know the most code, they'll be the ones who can think clearly, move quickly, and turn ideas into real systems consistently. That's what separates average from top developers today. AI is not replacing developers, but it is changing what it means to be one. Thank you for listening, guys. In the next webinar, it's going to be super interesting. We are going to be going through how to make money as a developer in 2026 using AI and crypto. And if I do quickly share my screen, myself, I've just recently developed using a MCP server using Cloud Code, a profitable trading strategy, I would say, the most, covering over 2,000 trades, profitable rate of 40%, or factor of 1.19. Now, this is over a period of 3 years. We did a total P&L of 122% with a drawdown of just 19%. Now, of course, on a platform that would not be legitimate and you would not pass your account, but for a live funded account that you have your own personal funds in, this would be a sensational result. If we do break these results down, so if we do 121 divided by 3, that is 14% a year. That smashes the S&P by about 3 to 4 times, maybe even more. So I will say that it's very easy now to develop your own strategies and develop your own means of actually automating the markets and your approach towards the market. So in the chat, in my Mathaius chat, inside of the Discord, I will be dropping the video that explains how you can set up your own MCP server using Cloud Code. into your trading view and actually begin using your trading view by just typing code, not typing code, typing normal language into Claude Code. You can even install Whisper, which means you can speak to your Claude, meaning that you can then speak to your trading view and tell it what to do instead of having to manually do the tasks yourself. Now, an implementation of where this may become useful is if you're trying to take a quick scalp trade and you can't really type it in very fast, you can just simply say to Claude Code, I need a 1% stop loss at, let's say, 4,250, for example, and I want my take profit at 5,000. I'm risking just 1% of my live capital balance of $1,000, and it will do it automatically for you, place the trade, and tell you where your stop loss is. Now that's much quicker than you manually figuring out what the stop loss is at 4,250, figuring out how much your take profit is at 5,000, and then doing it all manually. So I will be dropping in Mathaius dev channel inside of the Discord the video I used, and exactly my results and how you can do it yourself. But that's all from me today. So thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope to see you next week when we will be talking about how to actually begin making money as a developer in 2026.
Thank you. Yo, I'm gonna pull up Crypto Bus, man, because what do you mean 76.3? Crypto Bus. What do you mean? That's what you said in the Discord. I'll show you guys. So the Crypto Boss said, was it in Ninja's channel or was it in the members channel? I think in the members. He said something like 76.3, but I can't remember where he said it.
No, it was 763K when he was asking which Bitcoin MicroStrategy has, bro. It's around 760K.
Oh, nothing to do with the price of Bitcoin. Okay, cool. There's no disagreements there. All right. Any questions from yourself? Anything you want to share? How have you found BitUnix compared to like trading options and in the stock market?
It's just like, any of these other, like before in Bluefin, similar to me, it's similar to Bluefin. I have no issues really trading with it. I have no real questions. Oh, the only thing, Vic has joined the Discord. So if you see VPress, that's Vic. I sent you his user ID on in the chat message.
Yeah. Okay, one second. I'm gonna make him a. I'm gonna unlock the signals for him right now.
All right, thanks. Besides that, I just gotta lock some more busy. Yeah, I lock in because I'm missing a lot of, to be honest. By the time I see them, it's like they're already gone. Oh yeah, this week is the lock-in. And more.
Well, I don't know if you've seen, but sometimes we're live for like 14 hours, 24 hours between me, Mathaius, and Cryzo.
Yeah, I noticed that this week as well. So I'm gonna hop on. I see you guys there. Come in, good time.
So did someone say something? All right, for sure. Okay, next up, who we got next? Vic, you got anything to say, my bro? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to sort of take a look at? All right, Dublin, my OG, bro. Dublin. All right. Is the microphones?
No questions on my side.
All right, no problem. All right, seems like he's out in a rave. Seems like he's outside. All right. Okay. I'm gonna look over some stuff. Share my screen. A few more things I need to share. This is a cool website, usdebtclock.org. You can see the national debt is currently at 39 trillion. Just a macro reminder. Feel free to screenshot anything that I'm sharing here. Remember, the OTC derivative market is the biggest market in the world, even bigger than real estate. Right? It's just a leverage market, options, futures, all of that. Global debt is more than 3 times more than all the money in the world, and the stock market is worth more than all the fiat currency in the world. And always remember that in crypto, we are literally down here. Let me remind you guys, this is why you should look at the VT always first. Let me remind you guys that the VT represents how much money is in the stock market. Q1 closed 31st of March. The VT had the global stock market had $133 trillion in it. Since then, we've had a $7 trillion injection. So we've had 20 trillion taken out of the stock market between the 25th of Feb to the 31st. Right? That's literally 20 trillion out the stock market in 40 days. So, it's decision time right now. I'm going to be bullish on risk on assets if we set in lower high, so a higher low, a higher high, and then we start trending. Or if we break down, then I'm bearish. So we're literally at decision-making time. Cryzo, would you agree? Like just based on the global stock market, which obviously trickles into the S&P.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's definitely decision-making time in terms of like a lot of things, especially with the war scenario. Like as well as the S&P, it's literally like it's make or break right now.
Literally, it's been bearish, but we can either go down, we can consolidate and then go down. We could consolidate, keep consolidating. We could consolidate and then go up. We could go up. We go up sharply. There's so many. I literally couldn't tell you right now, right this second. Hard to tell, man. Like this is all the money in crypto, right? So up until recent times, it was 2.4. Let me zoom out like this. Right, there was $4 trillion in crypto in mid-October, and we touched 2 trillion on the gold ratio. Let's break out, you know. I don't want to just feed you guys.
Yeah, Jay, the stream glitched out like about 5 minutes ago, or like 2 minutes ago. Now my screened off.
Oh, all right. That's definitely time to call it a wrap then.